you know what, for the first time ever, let's start something before 7, and let's witness hell freeze over. Okay? Hello and welcome back to my big fat journey, everybody. Where, seriously, I don't think I've ever started a little bit early. So we're gonna go ahead and do this thing because, quite frankly, it's not a good week. I've been on this huge streak of massive victories and major accomplishments and whatnot. And although this week did have a major accomplishment, I'm gonna cover it. The main thing about this week is that I got humbled. I got humbled pretty damn good, and I definitely needed it. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump into these numbers, and let's go ahead and just explain kind of what happened this week. So for the weight loss this week, there was no weight loss. It was a pound weight gain. And I have two things that'll kind of help explain why that happened. And pretty much it's just me being stupid. It wasn't food intake or anything. Definitely stayed on keto. Definitely did a good job. This was me basically doing something that I didn't know what the repercussions were going to be until they happened. And I learned. So let's get back over here to main screen, where let me go ahead and just put this up. That's a proud achievement right here, okay? I did a mile in 10 minutes and 32 seconds. It was 10:30. I swear to God it was 10:30, but because I was trying to pause it and I started walking at the end, the app calculated an additional 2 seconds there at the end. Yeah, it was a 10:30. God dang it. I stand by that. But I did record it. I was contemplating putting the whole thing up. I don't know if I will or not. Speaking of Will, hey Will. So we'll see if I put the whole thing up or how I'm going to use that footage. I know I want to use it for the documentary when I make it towards the end. That's the main reason I filmed it, but I don't know if I want to upload it in its entirety. Just have some fun. So we'll maybe look at that this week. But here's the thing. That's really, really cool. That's really, really cool. I did a mile in 10 minutes 32 seconds. I am a 250-pound man sitting here. And that's a great time. The problem is my knees weren't ready for that at all. I've basically just started rerunning here within the month since I got back from Florida. And with that, I had a lot of additional weight, and pushing myself to that point killed my knees to the point where I needed to take some time to heal them back up. And they're feeling great today. They're still not 100%. I was thinking about trying to go out for a run, and I was like, no, give it one more day, and then you're going to be good to go back into this next week. Resting these bones and joints is crucial in order for me to be able to do this in the long term. I can't continuously keep on trying to punch out these huge numbers. I just can't. So with that, and me having to take it easy, my exercise outside of work went to 0 this week. So that was a big strike on my part. The other big thing that I think I did wrong, and it's something I just haven't played with much, is the fact that I cut my food down even more. And I was like, let's speed run this diet, right? I've been wanting to get this weight down, and I want to get below 240 before my next doctor's visit, which is happening second week of September. So yeah, it's really important. My uncle actually got me a book, and I started reading it, and it was talking about how you really, rest days are fine. And it stressed that a lot. So that's one thing I'm really trying to focus on, is that recovery time happens. Let me get you up a little bit. There we go. So let me scroll up here a little bit, because I did have some success earlier in the week. If we go to Thursday, where I do my midweek weigh-in just to see how I'm doing, I was at a 247.6. I did have some weight loss, but it wasn't as much weight loss as I was kind of hoping for. I was hoping for a 247. So I don't know if the reduced amount of food hurt me and almost put me into starvation mode, because I was eating bare minimum, like really, really bare minimum. And I was able to do it. It sucked a little bit because of the hunger, but at the same time, it wasn't unbearable. Like, I definitely have control over my hunger again, which is great. But the problem was, I think I probably cut down a little too much. That I think, yeah, because this whole week I'll be able to go into it again. But I had to take 3 days back to back here, including today, of just trying to get those knees back under control. But yeah, it was just, I think that because with keto, it's not only carbs that you gotta drop. You also gotta balance your proteins and your fats. I don't think I did that right. I wasn't really paying too much attention to it. I definitely need to pay more attention to it this week and try and get this balance back. Because I really need to focus on it. If I can focus on it this week, this 1 pound is going to be nothing. It's going to be gone in no time. I could have it gone here in 2 days. And then we could go ahead and have a loss back again next week. And we'll be right back on track. 1 pound, I'm not worried about. We'll lose it really, really quick. It does suck because this is just a minor setback. It's a weak setback. But it's because I pushed myself. I pushed myself too hard and just didn't watch the diet close enough. So, but it is what it is. It's learning curves. I learned that I need to definitely watch how I run. My feet still kind of hurt, but I'm getting used to that. I'm not too worried about that. I'm just mainly worried about the knees right now. So, but we're good. Tomorrow, I'll be back out there. And I think the new strategy with running is going to be, I'm just going to try and increase the amount that I'm doing. I'm not going to focus on times anymore. It's just going to be amount that I'm doing. Like, I'm averaging about a 13-minute pace as just a casual run, not pushing myself at all or anything. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 miles tomorrow. Tuesday, I'll probably try and do like 2.1 or 2.2, and then I'll increase it throughout the week. And hopefully by the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, I'll be doing 3 miles. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, is doing like probably 0.2 increases all the way till the last day, where I'll be at like 3. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. And then next week start at 3, maybe try and go up to 4. It's going to take increasingly more time out of my day, but at the same time, that's more exercise I'm getting, and it'll also be helping to slowly build up that endurance. Although I don't know if that's too fast of a pace or not. I might be pushing myself a little bit too much with that even. So we'll see. Because saying it out loud, 4 miles this time in 2 weeks, that's pushing it a little bit probably. 3 miles I could definitely do, but 4 miles that could be a little bit rough. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I just gotta focus on going back to just normal meals. Just focus on trying to watch the amount that I'm running, focus to my body, listen to it, and then hopefully this time next week we'll have a little bit better numbers. But it was kind of disappointing this morning. It wasn't unexpected. 3 days without major exercise. I was expecting to go ahead and have a little bit of a weight gain. So it was only a pound. It's fine. So as we see, we still have 11.2 pounds left to go. And we only have another 10.1 pounds till I'm back towards, back to being in the 230s. Which that's, like I said, the main thing. I want to get back to those 230s just so that way I can get on that scale and go to my doctor and just be like, hey, check it out, buddy. But yeah, definitely going off a feel. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, just do like a really, really light run. But yeah, it's just going to be mostly just going off of however the knees feel. Because like yesterday and the day before, really badly, my knees were just popping, pop, 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 every single step. And it was rough, it was annoying. It didn't hurt, but I could tell something was off, and I've had barely any pops today. Tomorrow I should have nothing. It should be back to normal tomorrow. But the one thing I was reading in that book, though, is that the more strain and the more recovery that you do, like your body will recover, and it'll recover stronger with time. That's how people in their 60s are still able to run. So that's one thing I'm really looking forward to, is like training myself for the future, so that way I can do more events like that. Like, and I am registered. It turns out that there was a 2 kilometer and a 5 kilometer event here in November, or is it October? It might be October. But what it is, it's like a Christmas type thing of where you just walk and run through this whole event. I think it's November. But the 2 kilometer is actually just walking, and that's what I went ahead and signed up for. So it's going to be going out and doing something fun. And then the 5 kilometer, I decided to go ahead and just ignore. Mostly because I wanted to do the 2 kilometer with somebody, and I know no one else really for running. So I didn't feel it right to do the event twice and get twice the stuff, twice shirts, twice the medals in the end and whatnot. I just wanted to do one event, and just doing it with someone else definitely was what I wanted to do more. I could have done the 5K as well. Maybe next year I'll do it. Probably next year I'll probably do it. But yeah, this year I just wanted to kind of just do it. Just because last year I missed out the deadline last year. This year I definitely wanted to do it. Yeah, I know I'm good. I'm just going to do that this week. It's just focusing on what I know works. The only thing I may try and do different, which I know it's had borderline success, it's hit and miss, is adding more coconut oil during my day. There's some coconut oils that say if you have it before a meal that it's supposed to help. And it's been really hit and miss some weeks. The numbers don't really correlate to it at all. So long as I have my 3,000 in the morning, usually that's all I need. So I don't know. I'll try and add a little bit more coconut oil this week and see. But it doesn't hurt by any means. Coconut oil does not hurt during this diet. So we'll see what happens with it. I would like to see a little bit of progress with that. Because I'd like to say more coconut oil helps. But I just haven't found anything conclusive during all these freaking studies I try and do. And the newest one that I was trying to do this week really actually hurt the stats on it, because now I'm going to re-add it next week. Is that one keto food review I wanted to do. And it's on a new bread. I'm going to re-add the bread this week, and I just want to see if it does affect or if it doesn't affect. Because if I don't think it's affecting. We might have a stable keto bread. I'm just not sure. And I just don't want to make a keto food review until I know for sure if it's affecting or not. Because I've done those in the past where I've been like, oh, hey, look, Lewis Bakery Keto Hawaiian bread. It's so freaking good. Yeah, it kicks you out of ketosis. It's pointless. It's just low carb, but it's not good for you by any freaking means. It's going to kill your keto diet. It's not keto friendly. It's keto enemy. That's all that is. And then you have Aunt Millie's with the same freaking lies. You can't. Those breads are not okay for you. The only bread that I found so far is Aldi. So, yeah, I have actually been checking that because I do have it on the running app. And then also, I track it with my smartwatch as well. The smartwatch does a lot better job at calculating the calories that I burn. Yeah, because I do not want that eating muscle mass. Because I'm working on building the muscle mass, dang it. So, I don't want to lose that at all. But yeah, this thing definitely is nice. Although I need to get a better one. This is just a first-gen Apple Watch. I need to get a better one. Because with the better ones, they track much better. Especially the ones with GPS. This one doesn't have the GPS. It's just working off the phone. But, yeah. We work with what we got. But I think that's pretty much going to do it for this week, though. Just gonna try and go back into it hard this week, but doing hard what I know and consistently. And then I think through that consistency, that's where we're going to get to our goal. Because like I said, I've been on this for a while. I know what I'm doing, and I know how to do it comfortably. But like I said, we went from a 16.4 pound loss, an 8.4 pound loss, a 6 pound loss, and I needed humbled. I needed reminded that losses don't just come like that all the time. So, and I also needed humbled on the run. I needed to be reminded, hey, calm down. It's okay that you pushed yourself and you proved that you can do this and that you can do it well. But at the same time, it's just like when I did that. I got shin splints horribly for, I want to say like 2 weeks. I was hurting really, really bad. Yeah, I'll trust this process. We got this. We definitely got this. We'll be back to 240s next week, no problem. I definitely do think I'll be at like 250 and a half tomorrow morning. I won't do a weigh-in, but I think I'll have like a little bit of a gain from today because once again, I treated this like a recovery day. So, but yeah, it was an interesting week. Like I said, I'm really proud of myself because that time That time was a really, really good one. I wouldn't have done that any other way because I really wanted to prove myself on camera, especially for documenting how I've been doing my runs. And like I said, I wanted to do a 10:59. I wanted to do a 10:59. I pushed myself an extra half a minute. Like that was hella impressive. I was not ready for that when that happened. But I don't want to be pushing myself like that for a good while. So I'll get those times consistently in time. But for right now, we're just gonna focus on getting to September and getting to those 2:30s. There's still time. This is gonna be a little bit rougher because we only got 4 or 5 weeks. Is it 4 or 5 more? 1, 2, 3, 4.5 weeks. Almost 5. 4.5 weeks. That's a 2.5 pound loss average. It's possible. It's doubtable. We'll see. I think it can happen. But no Cat cam. Cat decided that. Come here. Come here. You want to come to this camera? You want to come to this camera instead of the other one? You want to come say hi? No? Okay. Fine. Be that way. But yeah, Cat did not want to be in the cat bed today for some reason. So we're just going to end it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys back here next week. Thank you guys so much for your support. Especially you, Will, and Mom. I'll see you guys back here next week. Good night. I'll put it on it anyways. Why not?